One.
What's up, yo? We back. Damn, we continue with these cautionary tales about my life through the streets of Baltimore and the prisons of the surrounding counties. Oh, don't the little laugh. My cameraman woman just got. Look, man. But let me get serious for real though. Today I'm gonna talk about some real shit for real. Like us as fathers coming up. And the crazy thing about it is like we be dying to have sons. And then we had these sons, and not all of us, but a lot of us, go on about our life. And now this young man is left out here to raise himself, basically, and to figure it out as he go along. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my story or whatever. So boom, all right, let's get into it. Coming up, like my father would always be locked up, like, and that's the crazy, I'm telling you, that shit was crazy. Like, I can remember like being 5, 6, 7, talking to him on the jail call, and him always telling me like, when he come home, it's gonna be better than the last time, you know. And as time progressed, you know, those things never came to fruition. You know, that'd be life. And we can speed it up, fast forward. I'm in my early 20s now. I get violated, I'm over the pen. So I'm over the pen, everything cool or whatever, you know. I had a cell buddy. And like I ain't going, like I think Big T was like probably one of my coolest cell buddies or whatever. Even though he was a gang banging or whatever, but I come into the cell and he ain't had nothing. Keep it real, he ain't had nothing. And when you come into the cell, you definitely, like, for me just coming in there and not having shit, so you want to go into a cell with somebody got TV and all that. I looked in there, I'm gonna be honest, that shit looked like a cave, like a abandoned house. I looked up on his shelf, I seen he had the state toothpaste. I already knew what time it was. But like, I was fucked up though, like, cause I had got shot. So like, I really couldn't walk right. I was limping for real. But yo, it was cool when I come into the cell or whatever. He seen like my leg was fucked up. I had let him know what had happened with the situation, me getting violated from getting shot and all that. So you know, he definitely moved his stuff, gave me the bottom bunk or whatever. But he was telling me more so like his situation was kind of unique for real, cause his only relative that he could depend on just happened to be the captain at the prison that we were in. So he wasn't getting no money orders. He couldn't call nobody. I mean, looking at it for real, I feel like if he really wanted to send him money, he could have sent it in a different name or whatever, but he probably was so disappointed with him that, you know, nevertheless, time get to going by, and yeah, like none of this is like, I don't want nobody to think like I'm bragging or nothing like that. Like I say, This is just the way the story go. So as time going by, you know, I'm a move and shake. I'm gonna make shit happen. My man, they getting the pack in for real. Like they getting the load. They getting the load for real. So you know, I get the moving and shake, and I get us a TV. I get everything situated for real. You know. So as all this time going along, I can remember just sitting back on my bunk one day and see this the shit that people might not tell you, and just feeling down, like this is my life. I'm locked in a cage with another man. Ginger, don't you say a word. If y'all ain't catch what just happened, don't even worry about it. But yeah, I'm locked in the cage with another man, and I can just remember sitting back on my bunk thinking like, damn, I wonder if I had my father in my life, would my life had changed, would my life had turned out like this? And as I'm thinking, just thinking, you know, going down that road of thought, getting in that rabbit hole or whatever, you know, you got to shake it off or whatever. So, nevertheless, like I say, my man and them getting the load there. So, I get a can of tobacco, and I'll never forget it. I'm like, this how wide open the pen was, man. I'm up on my bunk late night, got the phone out on the bed texting, got the can of tobacco on the bed breaking it down. It's bars, like how you see in them old prison movies. It's like bars, penitentiary. So what we would do, we would take a blanket. We would get extra blankets, like put it on the floor, because they bust all the windows out. Summertime come, it's real hot, so they bust all the windows out. So when the wintertime come, right, there are no windows. So you can imagine how cold it is. So like we would take and put like blankets up or whatever to try to keep the draft from coming in. So as I'm on my bunk breaking the tobacco down, like making so I can sell balls of tobacco, shots of tobacco, like $2 a piece, and like little pouches for like $25. So as I'm doing that, the police walk by with the flashlight, move the curtain, shine the light right on me. Don't say nothing and keep walking. Like, I guess she said shit, she trying to do her 8 and skate. She ain't got time to be writing up paperwork. I appreciate that though. Nevertheless, the move that my homeboy and them had got knocked off. And like this was like the move that really fed the whole jail. And like I mean shit, the shit got knocked off, so like it was a dude from around the way. He was driving the trucks that would bring in the inventory for the kitchen workers, and he was bringing in a shitload of tobacco and everything else. But that move got knocked off. So when that move got knocked off, of course, you know, he got locked up and everything. He ain't say nothing, so, you know. But this is the situation now. I'm the only one in the prison with tobacco at the moment. I go to I walk over to the chow hall just for the walk. No, that's not how it went down. I talked to my mother on the phone, and she tells me, "You know your father over there?" I said, "You serious?" So she said, "Yeah." I say, "Oh, why?" I ain't gonna say that I was bitter. I ain't gonna say that I was even upset or whatever. But I really didn't care. And she was telling me, give him a chance and see what he's gonna do. So I'm like, whatever. But now it gets out to the whole prison that it's tobacco over, because it's two parts to this jail. So I was actually over in the prison, and well, it was three parts. It's a lockup over there too. But I was actually in the over in the prison on the where the bars were, and then they got Metro, and that's like the dorms or whatever. So my father was over in Metro, so I go walk with my homeboys or whatever one day, walk up to the chow hall for the walk, because it was actually a lot of us from around my neighborhood over there. So I goes up for the walk. When I get up there, I see my father. And it was like, this man was actually like happy to see me. But what I wasn't hip to was he already knew that I was good. He knew that I was good. So his whole plan was to really fake form a bond. But in that fake form of the bond with me, he could get something out of me. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest, I tell you, it was like embarrassing for real. Cause to be locked up with your father, that's just some stupid shit altogether. But he didn't think so. Because that day when I had ran into him over there, whatever, we had left out the chow hall together or whatever. And when you leave out, it's like a ramp that you walk down. So like the police would be standing like right there outside of the door. So, you know, over there for real, it's like really, it's the hood for real. Like it's a bunch of young people or whatever, young girls. So as we walking out, the chick say something to my father, but he tell her she say you know you supposed to be what you still doing in there, you know you supposed to been back you know you supposed to been back, left back out or whatever. He say I was talking to my son, and I know the chick know me, so she say who your son, and he like look at him, don't we look just alike? And the sad part about it, if you know my father, you know we look like twins. And he was proud of that moment. So you know, we walk off or whatever, and it was like some shit I wanted to ask him, but I'm like, you know, I don't really feel like this the time for real. And we parted ways. but he had caught wind that I was the only one in the prison with tobacco. Now, you got to think about how people want to smoke cigarettes, period. Outside of prison, you got to think about how people smoke cigarettes, like how addictive this habit is. So when you in prison, like, and you the only one with tobacco, I'm gonna be honest, man, I would be on that tier. Everybody would lock in, and they would be bringing me so much food to buy tobacco. Like, I would have Big T standing at the grill giving me the tobacco, and I'm running back and forth hitting everybody. The other side, it's like A block and B block. I was on A block, so all the niggas on B block, they would be getting their food, running to the grill, like passing that food through the grill to buy cigarettes before they had to lock in or whatever. And you know the police really ain't gonna say nothing for real, cause I mean it's the pen. Whatever. But I go walking up there with my homeboys again, and my father was up there, and he find out that that's me over there with the tobacco. So, you know, he asked me for a little bit. So I gave it to him. He asked me for some food. I gave it to him, whatever. So, you know, pretty much more didn't happen. But what did happen was he had got released. And when you get released, you have to come through A block, because that's where the main entrance and all that stuff is. And I just remember him hollering at somebody, and when I tell you the dude didn't even tell me bye, nothing, it was like just really let me know some people really don't need to have kids, because they put them out here and just throw them to the wolves, and they only care about themselves. But this video was a little different for real. I really just wanted to talk to the men for real, that when we make these decisions to have children, especially sons, in this time, in this day and time, we gotta definitely do everything in our power to be there for them. And I know it can get crazy sometimes with the children's mother. I know all of it. I know the drama, but we gotta make that effort to be in their lives, because we definitely can make a difference in our children's lives, our sons, our daughters, all that. But hey, look, that's it for this video, man. Y'all tap in, man. Remember, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the buttons. I know y'all not, because this that's just how I go. But hey, the ones that do, I really appreciate it, man. That's it for this one. Until the next time. Remember, if you lose sight, never lose the vision. I'll holler at y'all.